Welcome to Trending Now USA, and I'm Bella. Today's developing story centers on a piece of new circulating footage involving rising tennis star Alex Eala, footage that has ignited a massive online debate, split opinions across fan communities, and sparked a wave of discussions from sports analysts, commentators, and social media personalities. As this story unfolds, viewers from around the world are trying to understand how something so brief, so ambiguous, and so unexpectedly viral has managed to dominate conversations across platforms. The moment the clip surfaced, it spread with astonishing speed, prompting thousands of reposts, breakdowns, and interpretations within hours. What started as a small snippet uploaded anonymously quickly snowballed into a global conversation. Many are calling it nothing more than a misunderstanding. Others insist it reveals something significant, while a large portion of the audience argues that people are reading far too much into a moment taken out of context. And as the uproar continues to grow, Alex Eala's name sits at the center of it all. The footage itself, only a few seconds long, does not show anything overtly dramatic, yet its mystery is precisely what has fueled the debate. Viewers have become amateur detectives, zooming in, enhancing audio, and dissecting every frame. Some claim the clip shows tension behind the scenes at a recent tennis event. Others argue the footage is so unclear that drawing any conclusion borders on irresponsible. Yet on the internet, clarity isn't a requirement for virality. Speculation alone can be enough to ignite a firestorm. In today's report, we're taking a deep dive into how this moment became a cultural flashpoint, how fans reacted, how analysts responded, how public figures weighed in, and what the broader implications could be for Alex Eala as she continues to rise in the world of professional tennis. We'll explore the different interpretations, the timeline of the clip spread, and the various narratives dominating the online conversation. We'll also examine why moments like this continue to gain so much traction in an era where image, perception, and rapid-fire commentary shape the public understanding of athletes and celebrities. By the time you finish this report, you'll not only understand the footage itself, but also the digital storms swirling around it. The first wave of reactions began late last night, when an anonymous account posted the clip under a vague caption that simply read, "If you know, you know." Within minutes, comments poured in. Some viewers immediately recognized Alex Eala in the frame. Others weren't even sure it was her. The lighting was dim, the environment unclear, and the camera angle far from ideal. But that uncertainty didn't slow down speculation. In fact, it accelerated it. As the clip gained traction, fans began comparing it to previous footage of Eala from press conferences, training sessions, and match sidelines. Many concluded that the clip didn't show anything unusual at all. In their view, it captured a normal behind-the-scenes moment, something that could happen to any athlete navigating a high-pressure environment. But another group of viewers insisted that the moment hinted at elevated tension, fatigue, or frustration. They argued that every athlete, no matter how talented or composed, experiences moments that reveal the heavy weight of expectations. The conversation quickly spread from fan pages to major sports forums. Dozens of threads emerged, with users debating everything from body language to environmental context. Some people suggested the clip was recorded after a tough training session. Others believed it happened before a match. Without any confirmed source, the clip became a blank canvas onto which viewers projected their own interpretations. Several sports commentators entered the conversation as well. One analyst noted that the attention surrounding the clip was a reminder of how quickly narratives can form around athletes, especially those still early in their careers. He pointed out that Alex Eala has long been praised for her composure, discipline, and focus, attributes that make her a standout talent in the world of tennis. Moments like these, he argued, highlight the public's fascination with seeing glimpses of vulnerability, whether real or imagined. Another commentator offered a different perspective, suggesting that the public should be more cautious in interpreting ambiguous footage. In his view, online speculation often spirals into assumptions that unfairly place athletes under a microscope. The pressure, he explained, can be intense, especially for young athletes who are still learning to navigate the spotlight. For many viewers, This comment served as a reminder that athletes are human beings with private moments that shouldn't always be subject to dissection. As the commentary expanded, fans of Eala rallied to her support across social media platforms. Hashtags defending her character, professionalism, and work ethic began trending in several countries. Many fans expressed frustration at how quickly people jumped to conclusions based on unclear footage. They emphasized her achievements, her consistency, and her reputation as a dedicated competitor. Others criticized those who attempted to sensationalize the moment, arguing that turning a few seconds of content into a major controversy was unnecessary and disproportionate. At the same time, other viewers continued searching for alternative explanations. Some speculated the clip might be part of a larger moment that simply hasn't been released. Others wondered whether the timing of the clip was strategic, perhaps posted by someone trying to generate attention during a busy tennis season. Without official context, every interpretation remained speculative. Sports bloggers added their voices as well. Some wrote long analyses examining the cultural themes behind the debate, the blurring lines between public and private life, the influence of social media surveillance, and the tendency for audiences to dissect every public moment of athletes and celebrities. One blogger argued that the viral reaction said less about Alex Eala and more about society's obsession with catching public figures off guard. Another writer emphasized the responsibility of content creators to avoid framing ambiguous clips in misleading ways. The most striking part of this entire situation is how little information is actually known about the clip, yet how much conversation it has inspired. It raises important questions about the modern media landscape. How much should audiences trust unverified content? When does public curiosity cross a boundary? And why do certain moments, no matter how unclear, capture so much attention? Throughout the day, more and more public figures commented on the situation. Former athletes chimed in, reminding audiences that competing at a high level involves intense mental and emotional pressure. Some shared their own stories of being caught on camera in unguarded moments that were later misinterpreted. They emphasized that athletes often work through challenges privately and that moments of fatigue, frustration, or emotional intensity are normal parts of their routines. Meanwhile, several content creators created video breakdowns of the clip, attempting to enhance small details. Some did so responsibly, emphasizing the uncertainty of every conclusion. Others took a more sensational approach, using dramatic thumbnails and suggestive titles, something that contributed to the spreading confusion and debate. With each passing hour, the divide between different groups deepened. Supporters defended Eala with renewed enthusiasm, emphasizing her track record of professionalism and high performance. Critics focused on their interpretations of the footage, insisting that the moment reveals something significant, even if they couldn't agree on what that something was. And in the middle sat a vast number of viewers who simply wanted more context before forming an opinion. This dynamic, polarization without complete information, is becoming increasingly common in the social media era. The speed at which content spreads often outpaces the speed of verification, leaving audiences to interpret moments before the truth is fully understood. Regardless of context, the clip has reminded everyone of how quickly narratives can form and how challenging it can be to correct them afterward. As the day progressed, more details slowly began to emerge. Individuals who claimed to have been present at the event offered their own interpretations. Some insisted the moment was harmless, taken during downtime. Others said they didn't recall anything unusual happening. But none of these accounts were officially verified, leaving the debate unresolved. Through all of this, what remains clear is that the controversy is less about what definitively happened and more about how audiences respond to uncertainty. The clip has become a mirror reflecting people's assumptions, biases, and expectations, not just about Alex Eala, but about celebrity culture as a whole. Many viewers pointed out that as Alex Eala's profile continues to rise, moments like this may become more common. Higher visibility often brings heightened scrutiny, and even the most innocent moments can be blown out of proportion. Supporters emphasized that it's important to give athletes the space to exist beyond constant analysis. Still, discussions around the clip haven't shown signs of slowing down. The debate has permeated Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and comment sections across the internet. Whether supportive or critical, millions of viewers have now interacted with the moment in some form. And with each new discussion, the story evolves. Sports psychologists added further nuance to the conversation. Some explained how public perception can affect an athlete's mental well-being, especially when dealing with online speculation. Others highlighted that even ambiguous moments can be misinterpreted in high-stress environments. They emphasized the importance of media literacy in understanding how narratives form and how easily they can distort the truth. As we reached the afternoon, several major sports outlets acknowledged the circulating clip, though most avoided making any definitive statements. Their coverage focused on the surrounding discourse rather than the footage itself. This cautious approach was praised by some fans who appreciated the restraint and criticized by others who wanted clearer answers. Public relations experts also joined the conversation, discussing how athletes and their teams typically handle moments like this. Many predicted that the best approach would be minimal engagement, especially given the lack of context. Addressing ambiguous footage can sometimes amplify it, leading to unintended consequences. However, staying silent can also leave room for speculation to grow. It's a delicate balance that many public figures face in the modern digital age. The snowball effect of this situation demonstrates the broader challenges of navigating public scrutiny. Fans feel protective, critics feel emboldened, creators feel incentivized to extend the conversation, and analysts feel compelled to interpret it. In this whirlwind, the focus can shift away from the athlete's actual accomplishments and toward a single moment that may not represent anything meaningful at all. And that's precisely why this story has become so significant. Not because of the clip itself, but because of the questions it raises about digital culture, media consumption, and our expectations of public figures. It's a reminder that in an era dominated by instant sharing and viral narratives, context is often the first casualty. As the evening progresses, the debate surrounding the footage continues. More reactions are expected in the coming hours, and new interpretations will likely emerge. But amid all of this, one truth remains. Alex Eala's career continues to rise, shaped not just by her performance on the court, but by the evolving relationship between athletes and the increasingly powerful world of online discourse. Fans around the world continue expressing their hopes that the conversation will shift back toward her impressive talent, dedication, and achievements. Many argue that her work speaks louder than any viral clip ever could. They emphasize that athletes deserve understanding, respect, and support, especially when they are navigating the pressures of intense competition and public scrutiny. As we monitor this story, we'll continue bringing you updates with accuracy, fairness, and respect for all individuals involved. For now, the debate remains open, the interpretations remain divided, and the full context remains unknown. What is clear, however, is that Alex Eala remains a figure of significant interest, admiration, and discussion, and this moment, whatever it ultimately means, is only one small part of the larger story of her career.